I don't have anything working. Yes, I do. My mic looks like it's working. Hopefully it's not broken up. Welcome everyone to the Jankyard. I am your host, The Treatment. And we're back again with another super hype match for the Collection 2025 between the boy wonder himself, Fred, and the greatest Hall of Fame player to ever grace the scene, Mr. Carl Diaz. We are about to start the game. I believe that they're just getting loaded up. I'm going to let them know that they are all good to go. And this should be a showdown for the ages. Good to go. Yeah, I'm very excited for this matchup. This is going to be Fred on his Aerodel with Cinder Spirit and Carl on his Koji Creepers. I don't remember, oh yeah, they both have Creepers, right? Yeah, they both have Creepers. And they both have Cinder. And they both have Snapper. So it'll be interesting to see what Fred decides to play in regards to Time Hopper and Turtle Guard. But this is going to be very interesting, very exciting. I'm just going to make sure that I have the chat. Hey, Charlotte. And Mitch. What up, Mr. Mitchums? Good to have you guys. Let me know if the audio is all good. You know how it is. Sometimes things get crackly. Sometimes I forget to plug in my mic. So just hoping that it all works out today. That would be a rare occasion. We've got the first 5 picked out for Carl. We've got the first 4 picked out by Fred. He's really thinking, do they not have the timers on, or does the timer not start until after first 5? I always forget. I thought it would have already started by now, but it is what it is. Oh no, don't say that, Mitch. That means I'm going to screw up on something. All right. We've got Aerodel list, which also contains a spicy illusion die, which is something that the other two Aerodel lists we've seen do not have. Shadows game, I haven't covered that game versus me. I haven't covered any of my games, really. The one for me in Shadow was 2 hours long. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to go through that. I guess it's a replay file, so I can skip a lot of it. But that game, he has a very similar list without the illusion die. This one contains a Battle Seer for that illusion. Obviously, Spin Down, 2 Shadows fits in, and the Realm Walker, the spicy Root Armor Realm of the Absurd opening. I don't think that that's what he's going to go against. There's just too much counter swing on Carl's side for that to work out. But it is an option later in the game. He's got 4 allies. That is Fred on his side. Carl has 8 allies. He's got very similar mix. He's got Huntmaster, Raptor Herder, of course, is a staple. Twilight and his Wolfpack leaders, that could be the difference. He's also got Afterimage for that spicy round 1 Wolfpack leader play, especially against Aerodel. And we're seeing Fred deciding to go with Turtle Guard, which is probably the smart play. It's going to trade into Creeper, and it's going to get round over round value. It can also just trade into Cinder Spirit as well. And yeah, so very smart. Both players getting out some books. We're going to see probably 4 book from Aerodel. Carl is metting up, so now I can get that open. Cinder Spirit book number 2 in the bin for Carl. He is running all 3 of them. Fred is also running all 3. There you go. So yeah, very interesting to see these lists. I probably should share the link. I don't know if I shared the link in the Discord. Someone else can do it for me, but whatever. Oh, they actually did forget to turn on the timer button. Well, isn't that something? Thanks, H-Master, for letting me know. I thought I was going crazy, but maybe they're just trolling me. Would not be surprised. All right, meditates Nature's Wrath from deck. There's 2 in his deck, so he's still got 1 more. I can open up the pile now. Oh, no, sorry. Double Nature's Wrath right off the top. I'm not sure if that's going to be the biggest deal in this matchup anyway. Aerodel can pretty much control a lot of things, and it's not super swarmy on Carl's side. So, you know, that's probably okay of all the meditations, although you probably would have meditated Survival of the Fittest because that does virtually nothing. Does Carl have any other spicy plays? Well, I mean, he's got his own. They've both got root armor plays. I doubt we're going to see that. It'll be interesting to see whether Carl plays a Spearmaster and just go pop, pop, pop. Could be a root armor Spearmaster. We've got 1, 2, 3, that would be 4, 5, 6, 7 dice remaining. That could easily be it, or it could be After Image. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And maybe he just forgoes playing Snapper or something like that. We got lots of options. On Fred's side, he's dropping that Tiger. It does not have a token, so it's not going to get maximum value yet, but that Turtle Guard is certainly there to defend it against the Creeper. Curious to see what he does. Is it going to be anything surprising? Doubtful. This is a pretty standard guard opportunity here. Boom. Done. Easy. Pop, pop. And now Cinder Spirit is exhausted. Oh, sweet. We've got Title Shift. That is Carl's play. He played that in the last match that I caught, and that's a spicy play. That completely destroyed, what was it? Brankus is round 1. Yeah, it is not a card that we have seen all that much of, but in Creepers, obviously it's very good. And in some matches where you really need to just shut down another unit, it's awesome. Or if you're playing low to the ground and you just have one book, that's very valuable. So love to see it shutting down that Cinder Spirit. I mean, he's still got to kill it if he, doesn't want to just leave a ton of value on the board. But yeah, that's always fun. Very, very fun stuff. All right, so then what are we thinking, guys? We've got 2, 4, 5 dice remaining, 5 dice on the spell board. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice to use. I'm not too sure what that last one is going to be. It could be it can't be Reverberate because he's going to end up using it. Could be Fate Reflection. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Fate Reflection. We know that that's what it is. So the question is Fred planning to use Water Blast? Oh, drop in that Root Armor Battle Seer. Alert and Quick Strike. This thing is going to be a beast. Carl does not have any hard removal like 2 Shadows. So that is going to probably stick around all game, and it could end up being quite the pressure point. What does Title Shift do again? I'm glad you asked, Mitch. It exhausts a unit and removes 1 exhaustion token from a ready spell, an exhausted ready spell you control. All for the low cost of a side action and a class time, class sympathy. It's not even removing 1, it's moving 1. So you're basically moving it off of your book onto their unit, which is pretty cool. It's actually really cool in Echo too, and it can be nifty in some decks with the likes of Lightbringer. That can really sort of mess up the tempo for your opponent. Nevertheless, if this is Fate, this is an insane bluff. What do we got here? If this is Fate, is it gonna? No, he's doing 2 damage to Cinder Spirit. I am curious to know what this last die is. Now I'm really confused. Interesting that Fred is only on 2 book. Is he not going to end up playing He's not playing creepers, so is he gonna play Time Hopper or Snapper? Huh. I'm curious to see what it is, unless it's his own Fate Reflection. All right, so Carl's gonna be able to drop another creeper down. Um, he's got a token from the Cinder Spirit on the seedling, so that thing, unless no, there's no way it dies unless he just chooses not to guard the Battle Seer. So he's now got the creeper chain started for round 2, guaranteed. What is just Snapper Frogbane? No, Snapper. What else? Herder? What is he running? What is Carl doing? Where's a Wolfpack leader? And he's just not doing Snapper. Did he just bluff the heck out of Fred? I think he did. So Fred chooses not to guard the Cinder Spirit, so that's dead. That's fine. Yeah. This is a spicy bluff. Spicy first 5 pick. I wonder if it's Wolfpack leader. It's got to be Wolfpack leader, right? Two shadows on Fred's side. That creeper is gone. No chain. Oh, okay. And it is the Snapper. Oh, boy. So, what is going on here? Guys, this is not your typical first 5. Carl bluffed the heck out of that. Okay. This has got to be... It's got to be just a Raptor herder, right? Or did he decide mid-game to, like, switch it up? He's still got Koji to drop a token down on the seedling if he wants. I'm guessing Carl plays it chill and does not do that. But he could put some serious damage on Aerodel by, just going at it. So he's gonna token it up. Is he gonna pop it? That's the question, though. Oh, okay. So not only did he leave a frog die up, and we don't know what's in his hand. I'm guessing it's Wolfpack leader, and he pivoted. He is now okay. That's interesting. He really wants to keep the chain going from the thorns onto the next seedling. That's why he did that for any new player. So basically, if he popped it, yes, he would get thorns out. He could put 4 damage onto the Battle Seer, which would then heal 2. So really, you're only putting 2 damage on. It's got 5 life. It's got 3. You're doing nothing. When they die at the end of the round, they put tokens. You put a token down on some unit, but he would put it on Snapper. Who cares? Oh, okay. He's now popping it, yeah. And then you can't really carry over the seedling chain because ideally you use the what's it called? Invigorate? No, inheritance. Yeah, inheritance to sort of keep your next seedling charged up, and then your next one, your next one, your next one. So that's why he just decided to pass there and to not bother trying to put any pressure. Very spicy, very interesting. It'll be curious if he did bluff a Fate Reflection and went with the Snapper play instead, and then so he still has it now for round 2. The Realm Walker on Fred's side is in the bin, as well as a Cinder book and a Time Hopper book. So we're not going to see any Realm of the Absurd. There's no recursion here. There's the second of 3 Time Hopper books. He is, I believe, running all 3. Yeah, he is. So he can still get that focus, which can be very pivotal in ensuring that you have Cinder Spirits charged up. He could still have or draw into his Creeper books. Here he's just going to take an easy trade, or sorry, Carl's going to take an easy trade into the Turtle Guard, and Snapper goes bye-bye. Fred rolled not the greatest, but he certainly wanted all those time dice. So I'm guessing, what else does he have other than his books? That's really only it. He's got that in his own Fate Reflections and 2 shadows. it could be that he has another 2 shadows for the next creeper book, and that would put a little bit of a stimmy on Carl's side, unless, of course, Carl, as always, draws into his 3rd creeper book, because one of them is in the bin, as well as a reverberate. Here we go. Thorn is going to kill this next turtle guard. Bada boom, bada bang. Token goes onto the Thorn. Yeah, curious. He also meted up a frog ping, so that might just be to ping away a creeper, or maybe he... What else could he have? Fred could have his favorite card, Clashing Tempers. He could also have Ice Trap. That's what it is. It's probably an Ice Trap. That's one way of taking care of the seedling. We're going to see a herder come down. The one and only herder in his deck. But he's not going wide. I think Carl's got a lot of ways of dealing with this. Unless, of course, that is an ice trap. With a little bit of pressure on Carl's side here, but he's got his own frog ping. Not that he can really do all that much. Raptor Herder swings into Creeper. I think, yeah, you just unguard it. Is it an ice trap? It is an ice trap, right? Waiting for the reaction window. No! Okay. But now, the question is it Fate Reflection in Carl's hand? Guys, what do we think? There's a lot of mind games in this one. I feel like Carl took a chance there. And I'm curious as to why he took a chance there. Is he taking a chance because he has another Creeper book? Let me know in the comments. Likes, polls, whatever the hell. All right, Aerodel is blasting, and we see a Fate Reflection right off the bat. It's going to go down maybe on the Seer. Curious if he wants to start pressuring the Seer. He could do it. Oh, it's a double Fate Reflection! Oh, fun. All right. Wait, what? Takes 1 damage. Oh, because it was... Oh, no! He did it on Root Armor, and because Root Armor prevented 1 of those damages, it doesn't reflect 2, so it doesn't kill the seedling. Oh! This is where you need to know the rules! Oh, Fred made a mistake! The wrong ping pong! Yes, so what happened there, for people who don't understand? Aerodel, Water Blast for 2 on the Seedling. Fate Reflection reflects that 2 damage onto the Battle Seer with Root Armor. Root Armor prevents 1 damage from being received, or from being dealt, and then the Fate Reflection on Fred's side only reflects the 1 damage back to the Seedling. It doesn't kill him. Oh man, that was awesome. This is so next level. Love to see it. Wow. Now, so now Carl is got some work ahead of him. I don't think Aerodel wants to guard this. Oh, Fred is questioning whether he gets to choose. After this unit is dealt damage, prevent 1 from being received. Oh! After a unit you control is dealt damage. Oh, that could be an Ashteki mistake! Fred's right! Normally, this would never come up, but in this particular situation, they are both after effects for reactions, and Fred would choose not to Root Armor and prevent the damage. He wants to reflect both. Read the frickin' rulebook, boys. Clever catch. Is Carl going to be the nobleman and allow this manual mode to trigger? Because that is probably something that Ashteki does not handle. So they're just arguing, or not arguing. Fred is explaining. Carl is saying that we need SCAC for this. I think Fred is correct. They are both after a unit you control is dealt damage, prevent that damage being received, then deal an equal amount back. I think Fred is correct. I think this is a case of two reactions effectively, two triggers that both occur after a unit is dealt damage. I think this is okay. I think Fred is correct. I am not 100% sure. But yeah, this is a spicy meatball. I don't know why I did it. Yeah. Yeah. That, wow. God, okay. We're in the weeds here of rules and triggers for all this stuff. You love to see it. You learn something every day. Okay, so now Fred's linking the wiki. What else have you ever had a game where you link the wiki with rules? I haven't. But then again, I usually don't have as much hype on the line. This is a lot of hype for, I think, semifinals. No, not quite semifinals, but second upper bracket, who would face Fritzy. Yeah, Mitch. Definitely a pretty corner case. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, someone report it to SCAC. Take a screenshot. Take a little video snippet. Capture this log information. This is something that should be dealt with promptly by the Colonel himself. Very few times do particular edge cases like this come up, but it's always spicy when it's something of actual import. Very cool. Well, I guess my wishes for a fast game are not in the cards. Neither have taken any damage. It's round 2. They're holding on for dear life onto all this, all of their units. Fate reflection. Wow. All right. Well, is someone checking the Discord? Are they pinging? Is there pings going on? Rules happening? Oh, here comes Skak. He's answering. Skak is typing. Anticipation. Also, Fate deals with damage dealt. That is interesting, not damage received. Another point that I think is in Fred's favor. We no longer have damage received in Ashes Reborn. That was an old Ashes thing. So Skak is still typing, but they're just going to move on with it. And Carl's going to do something else. What is he going to do? Or he's just going to go to face. Oh. No, sorry. Airedale guards. Oops. Are they... No, they're unwinding. What is going on here? Okay, Skak says... Yes, same window, so you choose what to activate and resolve first. Note that the non-optional abilities in that window will still trigger even if Fate Reflection prevents all damage. Example, Astral Dice on the unit Snapper with status tokens. Yes, but so he's basically saying that Fred is correct. So in this case, that seedling is dead. All right. Well, we got through it, guys. We managed. Now he's putting down his own Raptor Herder. But if you're going to ping pong Fate Reflections, you might as well ping pong some Raptor Herders. All right, so there is now no damage on that Battle Seer. The Seedling is gone. Carl is meditating away his one and only Huntmaster and his one and only Duelist. And we're off. We're back to the races. Both of these Phoenixborn have huge battlefields, so there's no real concern there for either Clog or one being able to go wider than the other. So I am curious to see how these two slog it out. I wonder if this is going to come down to fatigue, honestly. I kind of wonder if they're just not going to be able to pressure each other because they can both stay wide. It might just come down to who gets their second or third copy of an individual book. Fred does have perhaps the advantage in that scenario because he has a built-in removal tool and he's got, I think, more books in total. He's still got his Creeper books. He's got 9 books in total to Carl's 7. Carl's got 2 in the bin. Fred's got 2 in the bin. So yeah, it could be a matter of who gets their books. And when Wolfpack Leader comes in, what happens there? Because it'll probably just be blasted away. But if it comes down this round, there's an opportunity. So yeah, very spicy. Fred is using up his Cinder Spirit, and Carl is just going to take an easy swing at the Hatchling that's on board. Not going to pull any sort of guard there. This Root Armored Battle Seer is a B. Yeah. Not too many people play Battle Seer. I like it. Quick Strike can be very good at pressuring guard, and sticking around is also very good. And Carl's got no 2 shadows, so here we go. He's swinging at the Brilliant Thorn. Not going to be guarded at all. There's no point, but now that is an opening. What can Carl make of this opening? I think Fred probably was just like, I want to get some value. Takes no damage. Why? What? Oh, Ice Trap. Ice Traps matter. This is the collection of Ice Traps. Cinder Spirit comes down. Bye-bye, Cinder. Snapper is now coming down. It's got nothing to eat. Is Fred just going to bing away the Snapper? We still have an unexhausted Cinder on Carl's side, but we've also got Ice Traps on Fred's side, and he's showing a Frog Die, so who knows what's going to go on. We've got a Huntmaster. Ooh, one Huntmaster in the bin on one side. Huntmaster still exists on the other. And another Frog Die comes up. Here we go. Now we've got probably a main action here. Yeah. Of course. Is it going to be a Frog Bang? Frog Bang, kill that Panther Spirit, leave nothing to do with it. And then you just got a Huntmaster just sitting around waiting to take damage and die. These are the things you have to consider. Both of these players are so patient and thinking multiple turns ahead. I can't even keep up. All right, Cinder, open blank Cinder Spirit comes down, and it dies to an Ice Trap. Man, these Tigers have a rough life, I tell ya. Ice Trap has never been so valuable, and Matt Bowers is just laughing his way to the bank, having played 0 Ice Trappable units. So now we've got a Panther Spirit that is buffed, swinging at an unbuffed Snapper, which just tanks it and dies. What is Carl going to do with these 2 units? He's going to main action. He just main actions, and Koji places... Koji's ability is so silly. Oh, that's funny and cool. Wow. Well, that'll pull guard for sure from either side, I guess. That is next level. I didn't think about Koji being able to just keep that book going. That is awesome. Carl still got 2 cards in hand. We don't even know what they are. All right, so Huntmaster's going to finally put down 2 damage. He knows what's going to happen. So the Cinder Spirit comes down, and it's not going to have a token, though. So it's just going to swing to face, and it's punch, 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 2 for 2 for 2. We're off to the next round. Round 3, this game is not ending top of round. I don't even think it's ending bottom of round. This could be a 4 or 5 round game. Why the heck did they not put on the timers? Oh my goodness. All right, so Fred's got his other 2 books, hopper books, in the bin. I forgot to mention that. So there's going to be no focus hoppers here. Oh, Aradel just blasts away that Cinder Spirit. There's no Fate Reflection coming. And so he's still got other options, but takes care of that Cinder right away so it cannot pressure the Huntmaster. And then he pops down, he exhausts the book to put a token down on his own book once again. Are we going to see some ping pong traps is the question. Carl now does his same thing. This is just a mirror match, guys. What is going on here? Is he going to meditate up a frog die? Yes, he does. He got to at least bluff the ice trap. Does he also meditate up a time die? I mean, either way for Snapper or Fate Reflection. Oh, no, there's a Fate Reflection in the bin. Is that the last Fate Reflection? How many does Carl have? Carl's got 3 Fate Reflection, 2 in the bin. He could still have the 3rd. My goodness. There's a lot going on. I don't know if I can keep up. 12 cards in Carl's draw pile, 9 in Fred's. Both got a full mitten of cards and options. 9 dice, 10 dice, 2 damage each, same life total. One of them's got 2 knights on board. One of them's got 2 weenies on board. There comes this second Cinder Spirit book. Fred meditates his ice trap. Is that his last one, or does he run all 3? He's running all 3. So one of them's got only 1 Fate Reflection left. One of them's got only 1 ice trap left. Here we go. Indigo Creeper comes down. And now it's back to Fred. I think he's just going to token up a Cinder Spirit, if I had to guess. Ooh. Okay. We've got... Oh, no, Meditation. Sorry, that was Meditation. Meditating up Accelerate. Not playing an Accelerate, just meditating it. For a frog die. Frog up, guys. Oh, and it's a fancy alt art. Fancy alt art with animation Accelerate. Love to see it. I don't think I have one of those. It's spicy. Blitz Champ. Oh, that's what it says in gold. That's nice. That's a nice detail. I don't think I've ever noticed. You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but it Blitz Champ right across the top. That is a very slick card. Blitz, great format, by the way. People should play it if and when it makes a comeback. It will make a comeback, but when it makes a comeback, you guys should play. Put you in the hot seat. Just play off of gut. Keep those fingers clicking. Turtle Guard comes down. That's going to further solidify this tank of a board. It's going to be very difficult to get rid of that Huntmaster. Carl's got his own second Cinder Spirit book. It's Tiger versus Tiger versus Tiger versus Tiger. It's ice trapped again. Oh my goodness. Well, now he's got only 1 ice trap left. And Fred tokens up the other one. My gosh. What a game. I am very curious where we would be on timers right now. I really don't know if they just decided to troll me with this. And also, I don't know if you guys can hear the scream that's going on in the background. My kids are having a very good time. Whatever they're up to. All right. Creeper swings at the Turtle Guard. Just swings at the Turtle Guard and decides to counter it. Doesn't have a Water Blast. Doesn't have an Ice Trap. So now that seedling is going to finally grow to 3. The question is, what does Fred have in his hand? There's a lot of yelling now. It's turning from fun to irritation. Fred plays Ice Trap to... Oh my goodness. Okay. Ice Traps are... No, we still got 1 of 6 Ice Traps left. It's on Carl's side. My goodness. If the next tiger gets ice trapped, this is ridiculous. This is silly business, guys. Yeah, it's definitely my kid Charlotte. They're getting ready to head out, so I doubt I'm making it. All right, now we've got probably the Battle Seer swinging. Yeah, is this gonna get tanked to face? It finally is. There's another 3 damage on one of these Phoenixborns. Now, does Carl finally get to start this Thorn Chain? He's probably gonna play Cinder Spirit, use the Cinder Spirit book here. I would hazard a guess. He doesn't have any guard, so it is now exposed to a swing and a ping, which is not good. Fred now drops Cinder Spirit, and it's ice trapped. Oh, yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's just the way it goes. My goodness. Fred just realizes there are no clocks. Come on, people. Oh, silly, silly business. I mean, Fred can still kill this seedling. He can just swing at it and then... Oh, no, Water Blast is down. What am I talking about? All right, well, there you go. It is a trap. It's always a trap. What's up, Walt? Haven't seen you around in a minute or two. This is spicy. And Koji's still got his Accelerate Growth, so priority is killing this Tire Spirit. Carl's just going to be like, yep, got no choice there. And Carl could still pull out another Cinder Spirit. That is the crazy thing. There are so many options for Carl now. Now he can even pressure the Battle Seer. Right? He could get a Hatchling swing in, and he's got top of round. This is starting to look like one of these Phoenixborn might be taking some damage. For those of you who are visually impaired, like our lovely friend Shadow, who watches us, although not around today, the current state of the board, or for anyone who listens to this for some reason, instead of watching the hypeness that is occurring in front of your eyes, we've got Fred on 14 life, only taken 2 so far, 7 cards in his draw deck, 3 cards in his hand, 3 dice available. 1 is a Time Power side. He's got 2 Cinder Spirit books, a Time Hopper, and a Turtle Guard book. Only the Time Hopper is unexhausted. On Carl's side, we've got 5 damage. His guard is down. He has not used Accelerate Growth. He's popping those thorns. He's got 12 cards in hand, 12 cards in deck, 1 card in hand, and all his books other than the Snapper are exhausted. So many options left. Let's go. All right, back to the action. Now, what is Fred gonna do? There are no ice traps left. There are no water. There's no Water Blast. There is some Fate Reflection, but no dice showing for it. Hopper's gonna come down, swing at the Hatchling, take out that Group Tactics threat. And now we see what Carl decides. Is he going to put damage to face? Is he going to try and take out this Battle Seer? Don't think it's going to happen. He would need 3 swings of 3, 3, and 2 just to get it dead. He can't kill the Turtle Guard. Those things have built up some board advantage. Snapper can kill the Time Hopper. Whatever. Or he could Cinder Spirit. That could be interesting. What does Fred have on his side? He's got a Nature and Illusion die. The only cards that could be are a Clashing Tempers, I would guess. Clashing Tempers or nothing. Like it can't do anything, right? No. Can't be a creeper. Can't be any ally knight action spells. He's only got the 1. Both wraths went in the bin. Can't be survival. Can't be 2 shadows. I think Fred's gonna get stranded with 2 dice here, unless it's Clashing Tempers, and even then does not do really anything in this board state. That's not looking the most ideal. What is the top of round looking like next turn? Well, one of these Brilliant Thorns could power up a Cinder Spear. Oh, it's a Wolfpack Leader! We finally see it. 3 rounds later, it finally is. He can play it unthreatened. Here we go, boys. It's going for the damage. Fred passes. He's got no choices. Uh-oh. Cleaning up the board time. Ping pong, ping pong, ping. We're going to get 2 tokens back on the Wolf Leader. He'll be able to swing for even more damage. Is this potentially lethal? That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top of round swing. Not quite. Can he do 4? He'll get 1, 2, 3. The Wolfpack Leader could, in theory, die. He can't get lethal yet. But boy, is this getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 damage this round to face. If that's not Clashing Tempers, like, now's the time. All right. It's not Clashing Tempers. Fred just keeps passing. He's preparing his wolf to wolf down top of next round. All right. Carl's just laying into it now. Boom. 2 more damage comes. That's Fred down to 4. Man, the patience to play. I said it wasn't going to end round 3. I am technically correct, but this was a turnaround round. All the threats are done. All the ice traps now are gone. No, yes, all gone. So it is going to be Tiger versus Tiger battle. Can Fred survive? Is this Battle Seer enough? He does not have top of round. He is at risk. Best case scenario, can he Fate Reflect a Frog Ping? Yes, he can if he draws into it. Or he already has it, and that's what he's going to go for. Oh, wait, what? No. Did Carl? No, yeah. Carl, come on. These aren't Tetras. You're not putting tokens there to save it. They all die. It doesn't matter. You don't have to remove. Okay, whatever. They all just die. There we go. Wolfpack Leader is now refreshed. 1 more is going to come out at the beginning of round. He can swing for 2 damage. Only 1 will get through. I'm sorry, he'll swing for 4. Only 1 would get through. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did Fred or Carl didn't swing? Oh, Carl didn't swing because of the 2 shadows. There's still 1 more 2 shadows in Fred's list. Yes, that's why he wolfed up. I think it was a bluff, but it was playing safe. Playing safe on Carl's side. He was very patient. He didn't just go for it. He's like, you know what? If I don't have lethal, I'm not wasting my potential Wolfpack Leader here. All right. So, this Pack Wolf can just swing at the Turtle Guard, like, whatever. Question is, does Carl have his Fate Reflection? Does he? You bluff it anyway, right? No matter what, you bluff it. You gotta at least met up to bluff it. If you don't, that's just being like, hey, Fred, water blast me because there's no consequences. You gotta think. Although Fred has his own Fate Reflection. Then we're back to ping pong territory. Yeah, he played around that 2 shadows very well. I didn't even remember that he had 2 shadows. Very smart on Carl's part. Fred is still in this game. We are getting lower in the draw pile, but that would still be like 2 rounds away before Fatigue had... Oh, what? Interesting. I guess he figures it's going to die, and he doesn't want to play the Fate Reflection game, so he just swings it for value. Right? That's a next level choice. I think most people would be like, I want to keep it and then Fate Reflect and whatever. But if you know you're going to lose it, don't spend any dice, don't spend any cards. Just get value, right? That's a next level play, I think. That's something that I think most players would be like, I'm going to risk it, or I'm going to try and bluff it. That's Carl just being like, nah, screw it. I got my value. Boom, done. Reverberate coming down. Ice traps aren't there. Reverb still is. It's a 2-power reverb. Yep. Is Fred gonna Fate Reflect a 1 damage? Is that Value Town? According to Fred, it is Value Town. He's gonna Fate Reflect that 1 onto the Pack Wolf, I'm assuming. No, onto the Raptor Herder. Okay. That makes actually a lot more sense because the Pack Wolf dies anyway. Very nice. Oh, and Twilight Alchemist coming down. Now Carl's got some draw, some free meditation. This Cinder Spirit, though, is going to get charged up by the Time Hopper, and then it's going to swing, and it's going to go pow, pow, pow. In theory. Man, if Carl was bluffing or holding his own Fate Reflection to wait until he could Fate Reflect back the Cinder Spirit ping onto the Cinder Spirit, guys, that is like patient next level thinking. If that's what happens, not only did I call it, because I'm not in the game, I don't have to think about these things, but that would be insane. Oh, he's not. Fred's just gonna go for it. I guess he can still wait for the next Cinder Spirit. Man, that would be really cool if that happens on a subsequent Cinder. Carl now is probably gonna play his Creeper, right? That would be the obvious play here. You get that down, and then it's gonna be like Cinder Spirit, books, blah 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 blah. Let's just get through this, guys. All right, Carl's just gonna play Cinder Spirit. Yeah, all right. Play the slow game. 6 damage seems like very little. It always makes me nervous. If this was against a Jessup player, you should be very nervous. But in this case, it's a valley. The only point that matters is the last point of life. There have been numerous games that I have played or watched, particularly with me and Charlotte, our lovely Charlotte, who is a fantastic player, where it has literally come down to both of us having 1 or 2 life, and whoever has a Fate Reflection or Particle Shield or Figures in the Fog ends up being the winner. Some real awesome games. Wish more of those were available to showcase. All right, Cinder's coming down, so now it's gonna be the goal here is Time Hopper, Cinder Spirit. When did Fred meditate away the Turtle Book? I did not pay attention, guys. I missed that. He meditated away last turn for the Fate Reflection. Fred, when did he meditate that? Whatever. Doesn't matter when it happened. All right. Just a bare Cinder. Well, yeah, obviously it's going to get guarded. And then Water Blast? Is he going to Water Blast? Oh, wait. Fred played Reverberate. Wait, what? Oh, that was on the Creeper. Sorry, I missed. That's why you don't bother scrolling up and caring about what happened in the past. The past is the past. Okay. So now, what is the past? Now you gotta, I mean, you should always be thinking about how can you win, but now is really the clutch point where both players are like, okay, we're under 10 life. What is my path to victory? This Battle Seer can pressure the Seedlings easily. And unless Carl has his last book, which is a possibility, that's actually a big deal because the Thorns represent 6 damage and or a lot of pressure. The Water Blast can still deal with one of them, assuming that Carl doesn't have a Fate Reflection, but he's at least bluffing that he does. And we've still got another Cinder Spirit, which is potentially 3 damage to deal with from Carl. On Fred's side, how does he win? This Hopper Cinder Spirit 3 book is not a lot of pressure. Most of his books are in the bin. He would still have, though, all of his Creeper books, and he does still have the 2 dice to play a Creeper and the Hopper. So he could start his own chain. But still, that seems like a little bit farther away. Bear Cinder Spirits. Honestly, like, if you would ask me what is Cinder Spirit like valuable 2 for 2, I would say no, not really. But so many people are playing it bear other than waiting the turns to do it. Now it is because it's a tempo unit, so it's like if it's going to get water blasted, whatever, I'm going to do it, and it tokens up the seedling. So in this case, you're creating your own value out of it. But yeah, just very fascinating to see players being like, screw it, I don't need the extra point of damage, and the extra ping in this case doesn't matter because of the root armor. All right, so Battleseer clears away that seedling. There is no option for Carl. He doesn't have the guard. He doesn't have any sympathy left, so he's not going to start another chain. But he does have Cinder Spirit and Snapper, so that's still 4 damage. This Pack Wolf, still there. Oh, there it ends. There's the Creeper book. If I was playing this game, I would probably be tracking the cards a lot more closely. All I know is that there's Clashing Tempers, 3 Creeper books, and Survival of the Fittest, and a Fate Reflection, right? No more allies, so there's basically no more units other than that. And then all you got is 2 Reverberates and Fred's side. Yeah. So he's got a little bit of removal, 1 more protection spell, and then the Creeper Chains. So he might just have the books and go bop bop. It doesn't do anything at this point because the token that you first put down is not going to get anywhere. But yeah. And I think Fred has the opportunity to abuse it. It's definitely going to get guarded, but he has the ability to swing. Note that it's also super patient to hold back that Pack Wolf, because sometimes that extra damage is enough to remove a unit that you need removed. By the way, did no one mention the beautiful Nature's Wrath artwork? I never noticed. I never looked up close, but that's Aerodel going like this to the skies, in front of like a volcano that's also turning into a tornado in the mountains, the snowy mountains. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty good artwork. That's what Ashes is. Good artwork. All right. So, wait, what happened? Carl attacks with the Pack Wolf. I said he was going to be patient. He was not patient. This could just be main action spinning, forcing Fred to do his thing. That's what I would assume. Forcing Fred to make a choice. Because Fred is now more, I think, he has a few options that are sequence heavy, whereas Carl still has quite a few options with his Cinder Spirit book. Uh-oh. I'm waiting for the screen between the kids. One of them got hurt. Yeah. I'm just going to check on this. All right, I'm back, everyone. Let me catch up. It was just my son hitting his head on the corner of something and being in a lot of pain. I'm not callous. I cared. I made sure he was safe. I just thought I would say it flatly for the lulz. Okay, so Fred chooses to pass. Okay, he's not falling into this trap. That's what I waited for. I left. I came back, and they passed. Guys, we're at 3:30 here. Both of these players would be out of their clocks. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. All right. I lost the plot. What was I talking about? I think it was covering. Oh yeah, sequencing. Fred's plays are much more sequence heavy, and they're a lot more vulnerable. Um, Basically, it would just end up being spend dice and not move anywhere. That root armor, refreshing it, is probably a lot more valuable to him if Carl were to choose and pass, but he's not going to do that because he's got so many options. Oh! Okay. Wrong again. Treatment. Wrong again. I forgot you could just play your Cinder Spirit and pass. Is this getting close to game? Fate Reflection seals the deal? No. Fate Reflection means that Carl gets 3 more damage in, because the Battle Seer can only block one of them. So that brings Fred down to 2. There's only 2 cards left in Fred's pile, 4 in Carl's. So meditations are going to start mattering here. Yeah. This is a hype game. I don't know how many games we see go to round 5, like real round 5, not just like, well, there's a couple early passes. This is like some fairly, almost not full dice spent each round, but like real back and forth. Aradel uses 2 Water Blast to deal 2 damage. Is it Fate Reflected here? No. Carl's just like, okay, that Cinder Spirit was from last round. That's basically a freebie. Now you can't kill my creepers, and I am technically a turn ahead. Again, the patience, like the thing I noticed the most and why I'm a bad player is in that scenario, I would have, if I had Fate Reflection, just Fate Reflected and then swung for damage. Be like, hey, I got Fred down to 2. That doesn't win the game. It gets you closer, and if you had some other backup plan, like Burn, then that could be it. But this is like top level, 2 of probably the 2 best players in the game. Other than Matt, like Matt's a contentious Brian. There's a lot of best players in the game. Let's be honest. There's like 5 or 6 players that I just don't want to face because they're all so good. This is why what separates the best players from the rest of us. The patience in playing, calculating each other's moves, and not using your answer, whether it's Golden Veil, Fate Reflection, Ice Trap, at the earliest opportunity. Knowing when it's like, oh, I still have time to deal with this threat, or I have other ways of dealing with this threat, and knowing like, now they've got no options. Now I use that, and I've gained tempo, I've gained board advantage, I'm gaining next round first player advantage, and that's when you sort of accelerate and steam roll your opponent. And I mean, so for instance, now Water Blast is down. Okay, so you lost a Cinder Spirit, which is a Conjuration. Now Wolfpack Leader comes down, right? Yeah, Carl might guard it, but then you're facing 3-4 more units, and that's where this starts getting dangerous, especially for Fred. So I think that, I'm guessing that Carl does have it, and he's just being so patient with it. Brian also insanely good and patient with his 5, 6, 7 Fate Reflections that he puts in every deck. Like, just very, very patient. Fred is taking a lot of time. And why wouldn't he? Because we've got no clocks. Come on, boys. That's been an hour. That's at least 30 minutes for each of you. All right. Meditating the last 2 shadows. There are no 2 shadows. That was from hand. So there's none of that business anymore. He values that Frog Ping or that Water Blast. Oh, he wants to meditate one more. He might also really be valuing the Indigo Creeper books that he likely has in his hand. What did I say he had? He had Reverberates. He's got 2 Reverberates, 2 Creeper books, a Clashing Tempers, and his own Fate Reflection. Yeah, I think that's basically it. That's all he has gotten his last 5 hands. This could ultimately be fatigue. I don't know if Fred's going to be able to win the board here. Yeah. I mean, this is major copium, but I'm glad that I lost to Shadow, because either way, he's got to face Fred or Carl. And I know that I would be sweating a lot against either of these players. I think facing creepers back to back to back is not in the advantage of a mill deck. But it'll be just as fascinating to see whichever of these players faces Shadow, to see like the difference in play styles, because Shadow plays sometimes a lot more off kilter. He's a little bit more aggressive. So it's fun to see like how different play styles interact. Whereas I think Fred and Carl play both very similarly, which is why we're in round 5 and we're going nowhere fast. That said, at this point, if I was a betting man, I'd probably say Carl's going to win. I think he's just much farther ahead. But that Battle Seer ain't no joke. It's a wall. So it's about who goes widest first. And they both have Fate Reflections and the Water Blast down. So, not looking good for my Canadian boy. The question is Carl writing up his third master's dissertation, PhD dissertation, as he plays this? Is he distracted by college football and he is not playing to his optimal best? All right. Fred dropping another token on his second Cindy book. I forget. I know that Inquisitor had his book Time After Time, which is a Cyndi Lauper song, but has anyone played Cyndi Lauper Hopper? Because that would be a good name for Cinder Spirit Time Hopper book. Cyndi Lauper Hopper. Someone make it. Somebody go do it. For sure. That might just be me. You gotta have good names. If you don't have a good name, your deck is worthless. Okay? Doesn't matter how many games you win. You gotta have that spice, that je ne sais quoi. All right. Oh, we have not seen a Seeds yet, but we're seeing it now. Seeds kills off that Cinder Spear book. It's exactly the type of self-clear that you want with a creeper. And now he's got the token that he can drop down. With his other Cinder Spirit, he can swing, he can ping. He's gonna do some damage here, boys. Just wait and see. Gosh, I love the way these players think. It's so good. I don't know. I don't play other card games. I know that typically Ashes is slower. It is less combo wombo-y. This game certainly is a long game. It's over an hour. That is not typical. But like, just I don't know. Maybe you have to play a game to really understand and appreciate the thought process. To me, this is very exciting. It's not super flashy and speedy. Hopefully, any new players to the game, even though you might not understand all the options, can still appreciate the sort of, not slow burn, what is it, like the tactical thinking of this. Well, there's both. There's the tactical thinking, there's the long term, how do I win thinking, and really just these are two masters at play, which is why this game is taking so long. It's also, neither of them have backup plans. Oh, okay. Well, there's the last reverb, right? Or is that the second? Wait, what was that? 1, 2. Reverberate deals 1 to Seedling, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Dead. Oh, plus Cinder. Okay. Yeah. Just, okay. Oh, man. And Carl just lets it go. He just doesn't want... He's protecting his life at this point. And what's interesting is that I don't think Snapper. There was no second Snapper book, right? No, Fred doesn't have any other Snappers. So he doesn't have Snapper. He doesn't have his Turtle Guard anymore. I question whether that was a mistake. Obviously, it doesn't help you win, but it certainly protects your life in a much better way. And now Carl is just going to drop the Pack Wolves. And is he going to swing wide enough? He's definitely going to be able to swing for 3. He's still got the Cinder Spirit. Oh, this could be it, guys. This could be it. Hopper could come out, could put some pressure on. We know that Fred doesn't have any other options at this point. He's got his other books, but the books don't do anything. He's got the one reverb left and a fate reflection. And as long as Carl's not swinging with token Cinder Spirits, there's nothing really that is going to get fate reflected. So I think this is just the go wide swing for the win. And no matter what happens here, Carl might even just then have... No, because the Pack Wolves disappear. Yeah, he wouldn't really have the ability to next swing. I think this is it. I think this is the laying out the battlefield, going for this full swing for the death kill. The death knell. I'm surprised he hasn't summoned Hopper to even just try like picking off one of these wolves, but maybe he knows that that's just like, that's it. Yeah, this is basically GG. Carl's just like, yeah, it is. You know I can't have anything relevant in my hand. Yeah, I mean, we asserted... I know all you have. Yeah. Okay. Fair play to both of them, acknowledging that this is the end. The question is, do you want to go through the steps? Does Fred concede? Does he make him go through Cinder Spirit, which tokens up more Wolfpack Leader? What's the count on Wolfpack? Oh, it's only 3 anyway. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. 2 more Cinders. That's it. It's game. Very well played. Wow. Guys. For the spectators, yeah. Age Master. I was gonna type in, but for the stream, we gotta see it finally finish. Yeah, this is... Oh, no, what? Why would you do it this way? Oh, I guess clear it and continue. Yeah, makes sense. You just continue with another one and another one and another one. Yeah, yeah, we know, Fred. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. That feels like stepping. Fred knows. Carl knows. We know. Everyone knows that this is it. But I know why he did that, and Fred doesn't understand why. But I understand why, because now the Cinder Spirit puts another token on the Wolfpack Leader, which gets another thing, and then another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. It doesn't matter, Fred. Either way, you're losing this. You can't guard it all. Cinder Spirit now comes... Oh! Insult to injury? I don't know about that. Oh, it is both. Carl. Oh my god. It's all the Pack Wolves. It's a full wolf pack. It's more wolf packs than you can wolf. Oh, that's cheeky. I'm surprised he played the Wolfpack Leader when he could have just played the Cinder Spirit, which automatically gets a token on the Pack Wolf, and then he could play the other Cinder Spirit, but my goodness. You gotta go with style, guys. That's all the wolves. The wolves have all been played. It's like, oh yeah, Aerodale, you think you can Water Blast my wolves? I've now played all of them in a game. Boom, done. GG, well played. Holy moly, guys. This is why you use timers. But at the same time, if you're the 2 best players in the world and you want to give some hype to the people, I'm here for it. That was very exciting. I can't believe I talked through that whole thing. Hopefully you guys learned something or at least enjoyed the commentary. This was a lot of fun, but I am certainly done 10 minutes too late for me to catch the ride to the thing, but I got some other things to do. So this is not the end. We still got more collection to go. There are, what, 3 matches left? 4 matches left, I think. 1, 2, 3 or 4 matches left. So plus I gotta, do my own coverage. And then at the last one, we will do the community awards, which I'm very excited for. And hopefully we finish that all before Christmas. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was very exciting. And you know what? Go out there, deck build, have some fun, play some games, enjoy yourself, enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you on the next one. If you're not janky or stanky, frog up, wolf down, turtle power, be positive, and was it not hoot? I'm gonna just say hoot and toot now. Owl away. There we go. I think that's what we decided on. So have yourselves a good one, everyone. Thank you very much. Ciao.